Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm your host, Cynthia Scott, and today we are joined by Monmouth County Deputy First Assistant Prosecutor Lori Linsky, who is here to talk about the Unplugged and Alive campaign. Thanks so much for joining us, Lori.
Thank you very much for having me.
A huge campaign in Monmouth County, Alive and Unplugged, and it couldn't come at a more opportune time. But let's talk a little bit about the campaign and what the purpose of it is.
Well, the purpose of the program primarily is to curb distracted driving. We've all seen people texting and driving and talking on their cell phones without the use of a hands-free device. And in addition to wanting to just raise awareness, we wanted to try to change the behavior. So the idea of the program was that if our police officers, sheriff's officers saw motorists either driving and talking without a hands-free device or texting and driving during the month of October last year, they would get a warning summons. And that warning gave them a 15-day window to log into our website, unpluggedandalive.com, and take a pledge to change their behavior and not drive distracted. And they are forced, when anybody logged into that site, to watch a video called The Last Text, which really, in very graphic terms, shows the horrible destruction to lives and communities that's caused by people who drive distracted. And if they complied with all of those things within 15 days, it's 10 minutes out of their life to do that, then they would not get an actual summons for the distracted driving ticket. If they didn't comply, then they actually received a summons in the mail for the actual ticket.
So it would basically be, the warning would be upgraded to a summons.
Correct.
Okay. And Lori, let's, first of all, like you said, talking on your cell phone while driving, texting while driving, you're not obeying the law. It's illegal.
It is illegal.
In New Jersey.
It is illegal, but I think we're a society of instant gratification, everybody wanting information at the tip of their fingers, and people just forget about it. We have a whole generation of young drivers now who've never known a world without cell phones. You know, I'm old enough to remember when I used to drive in a car without a phone with me before they really existed. But we're really trying to raise awareness, change behavior, and make people stop and think, because we really don't need anybody to be injured, killed, permanently disabled, families lost as a result of something so stupid as a phone call or a text message.
It's so true. And Lori, the target audience here, like you mentioned, is the younger generation that you're trying to get at, obviously, correct?
Well, I think they're probably the toughest target group to approach, because they are so accustomed to talking constantly, texting constantly. You even see it when people are walking down the street, when they're looking at their devices and they're not really looking where they're going. So they're probably the toughest target audience. But overall, I think it really hit all age groups. You know, we had offenders in pretty much every category.
Wow. And how successful was the campaign? It
was extremely successful. It really sort of exceeded our expectations. We had approximately 5,000 people who actually logged on to our website to deal with warning summonses that they received. And we had a 97% compliance rate. So 97% of all of the people who received warnings actually logged into our website, took the pledge, and watched the video and agreed to not drive distracted.
And really, it's amazing, because, you know, when you see a video like that, it's so compelling.
It is, and I would encourage people, even though our first official campaign is over, the website is still up. So even drivers who are not in receipt of a warning can log on to www.unpluggedandalive.com, and they can take a pledge not to drive distracted and watch the video.
Do you know offhand how many warnings you compiled?
I don't have the total number, but I believe it's probably going to be in the neighborhood of about 5,500.
Yeah. Wow.
When all is said and done. So really a tremendous number of warnings that were issued. Our Our Chiefs Association, our Sheriff's Office did a wonderful job of really going out there and making this a priority and issuing these warnings to drivers. And we're really grateful because it was a true partnership between all of our law enforcement agencies and our office to make this work.
Absolutely. You had to get that word out. And any feedback from the residents, the drivers?
Yes, actually, it's interesting. Some of the patrol officers that I had an opportunity to speak to said that drivers appreciated the opportunity not to get a ticket right off the bat, and actually made comments to the effect that they were really going to think about it, and they understand that it isn't safe behavior, and they shouldn't have engaged in that while they were driving.
Absolutely, yeah, and let's hope that, obviously it was probably too soon statistic-wise to find out if we are on the decline here in Monmouth County when it comes to texting and driving and using your cell, but I would imagine that this would certainly put some sort of a dent in this issue.
We really hope so, and that's our goal, and we're hoping to do a future campaign and also to bring this initiative into our high schools so we can target those young drivers who really need a wake-up call before they get behind the wheel to know how dangerous it really is.
And that was my next question. Are there any other programs that the prosecutor's office has addressing this issue?
Well, we'd like to do another campaign sometime in the new year. This year. We haven't really decided exactly when, but that information will be forthcoming. And we would also like to bring our highway traffic safety officers into our high schools so we can really target those young drivers and see if we can get them to take the pledge so that they're more aware while they're driving.
And how did this idea come about?
Actually, it's an idea that we borrowed with the permission of the Somerset County Prosecutor's Office. They had a similar initiative a couple of years ago called Put It Down, and they were incredibly successful, and they made the idea available to all of the other prosecutors in the state and encouraged all of our offices to take up this initiative because they had such good success.
Which is so great because we all know, obviously, you know, texting while driving or talking on your cell phone is not a problem just in Monmouth County. It's a problem across, not even New Jersey, across the country.
Exactly, so, and it's definitely a statewide issue. We've actually been in talks with the State Department of Highway Traffic Safety and believe we're going to be able to get some grant funding so that we can expand the program that we just ran.
Yeah, and to share that information with other law enforcement agencies is the key.
Absolutely.
Like Lori, thanks so much for joining us today. Always a pleasure to have you here on Monmouth in Focus, and really a great effort and a great campaign throughout the fall season on behalf of the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office.
Thank you very much.
That is all the time we have for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. For more information on the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office, you can go to visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.